Next, if I were a dog, I'd be a chocolate lab. Brunette/brown hair, is friendly, responds well to treats. Happy Tuesday, people. We are here. We are having technology issues, but we figured it out. And what? Oh, today we're doing what types of people we would be. In all of our stereotypes that we've been discussing in our cringe-worthy groups of people, I don't know. I thought it would be fun to do if I were a something, I would be a, and then tell us what it is. I don't know where this came from. It came out of my artist way journaling. I don't know. It was just a fun exercise I did to myself, but I was like, this is fun. Anyway, we're going to talk about it. And so we've got lists.
I like it. I'm excited when you brought this up. I was excited to think about these things. It's interesting because I feel like I could go a bunch of different ways with these. So I'll be curious to see what you say. Or you
I'm
have some.
excited. I did what I would be and then 3 characteristics.
Some of these I
Okay.
didn't have 3, but I basically went in and explained why. So yeah,
I'm so
dude.
excited. Okay. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to kick it off?
You kick it off, girl.
If I were a boy, I'd be a car buddy.
Yes.
In my car buddy man phase, I would work on my own vehicles, drive something fast, and talk about drive shafts and shit with any random stranger.
Oh my gosh. I am not surprised. Oh my gosh, something's in my eye. Um, y you're like borderline car girly. Well, you are. As far as a girl, I feel like you're already like on that spectrum, so that hits. Yeah.
I wish I could round it out and be mechanically inclined and actually do stuff, but be a whole lifetime of things to catch up on. And I don't know that I'm ready to invest the time it would take to get there.
Yeah. Maybe in a past life or a future life or a parallel life.
In another multiverse.
Uh-huh. Okay, if I were a boy, this is kind of in line. I would be what we called a Texas guy, um, which includes car guys, specifically truck guys, lifted truck guys, gun dudes, 1000%. And then give me a black cowboy hat. I'll rock that shit.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
Can you be a Texas girly and get a cowboy hat?
I would love to. I
Because I
need some
feel so
cowboy.
differently about cowgirl hats versus Nashville hats.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, I agree. It's on my list.
Oh my god, I love this. Okay. Next, if I were a dog, I'd be a chocolate lab.
Oh.
Brunette/brown hair, is friendly, responds well to treats.
Okay, I like that. There was so many dogs. I feel like this is a cop out, but I would be a Rottweiler. We have one. But the reason why is because they look intimidating, but they're a fucking goof. Like, they're not serious. They're silly. They're dorky. And I could be cuddly if I wanted to, but I'm also not small enough. Like, I'm big enough to do my own thing. I'm not a stupid lap dog that you have to carry around, you know?
Yeah, no one's going to put you in a purse and tote you around.
Exactly. Even though that kind of sounds nice, but I want to have the option to just like do my own thing.
That fits. I see it. If I were a beverage, I'd be espresso. Comes on strong, goes well with mornings, not for everyone.
That's perfect. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Okay. If I were a beverage, I would be a Sprite because it's light and bubbly, but it has some spiciness to it if you drink it too fast, and it's refreshing and a little sweet. But this got
I
that spice, that carbonated spice to it.
Yeah. And if you burp it up, it'll kill you. I don't know how that relates to you. Goes well with alcohol, but doesn't have to.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I like that.
If I were a plant, I'd be an aloe plant. Has healing properties, can also stab you, grows well without much maintenance.
I like that. That's a good one. I don't know too much plant knowledge, but from the plant knowledge I have, I said if I were a plant, I'd be a bonsai tree because it needs to be groomed and it's unique. Like it's like a mini tree. It's not just any sort of leafy plant, you know?
I don't know if it's strictly because you have orchids in your background or that you're wearing pink, but that was gonna in my head call you an orchid because they similarly need attention.
I would also fit with those things, yes. I like orchids.
They're cool. They're
I
cool,
just
man.
thought
I can't get them
bonsai.
to grow.
No, it's always they're always fake in the house. Yeah.
I tried once. It didn't last long. Um, if I were a music genre, I would be mountain pop. I don't know what the actual music genre is, but it gets very into the feels, is always good for a campfire, fits well in mountain settings, is not very cool.
Okay, it's funny because you froze when you said what genre it was and I missed it.
Oh, mountain pop.
Mountain pop.
I don't know what the right word is because it's not, maybe it's like bluegrass country. It's not, it's like it's sort of country, but it's not the mainstream country music.
Mm-hmm.
That's like Luke Bryan and Kenny
Mm-hmm.
Chesney and what's that guy Blake Shelton that is on like not those people, but it's still there's still a lot of the people that follow them on Spotify. So like Zach Bryan, Tyler Childers, I feel like Chris Stapleton, just sort of the
Okay.
soulful, more like
Mm-hmm.
bluegrass vibes, but not the clap stomp banjo, like not the
Mm-hmm.
Lumineers,
Mm-hmm.
not Mumford and Sons. No offense to them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm
Anyway,
tracking. That
okay.
makes sense. Oh my God, that's great. Okay, well, you know me. If I were a music genre, I would be hip hop because it can be all types of emotions. It can be cool, it can be chill, it can be upbeat, it can be angry. And I feel like you could just dance to all types of styles to it. And I love that it's so versatile. And I just feel like it speaks to me. So I couldn't pick a different type. I love hip hop music too much.
I was ready for it. I forgot that we are going to guess each other's, but it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it will take too long with how many we have.
Yeah, that's
We can
true.
always play this game a different day and do that.
Yeah.
Um, if I were a shoe, okay, I did a dick thing here again. If I were a shoe, I'd be Tom's by day and 6-inch patent black stilettos by night.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I see where you're going with this.
I'll break down my Toms for my daytime self. Low maintenance can be seen in a variety of colors, vibes in multiple settings. You can wear your Toms to work if you have the right color, and then you can wear them in your backyard or out anyway. Stiletto, ready to be a hoe for show by night,
Mhm.
looks good in black, is capable of injuring someone if needed.
That's good. That's good. See, I wanted to do two things. And so instead of doing like an actual shoe that I would actually wear, I just picked something that encompasses how I feel. So this is also a dick move, but in a different way. I said I would be a croc heel. You know, they have those croc wedges or croc heels or whatever.
Are they actually
Uh,
made by Croc, or are you talking about the Balenciaga ones?
no, I'm talking about croc, like the slide in ones with the holes. They've got some kind of like heel situation going on, a wedge type of shoe. It's
I'm
supposed to be like a,
gonna I'm
yeah.
gonna find the Balenciaga thing I'm talking about because it's exactly what you're describing.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay, anything like that where you can be comfy but also fancy and you're like down to earth, but you can get all dressed up.
Yeah, you're gonna have to stick with the ones that are made by Crocs for that description.
Yes, yeah, Balenciaga's not down to earth, I don't think.
They were trying.
Kinda.
Oh man. Oh, were there more?
No.
Okay.
Wait, what? No, not for me. I'm done.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna switch us to guessing mode for the remainder of our list.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's just do it. All right, this point input is if I were a toy, I'd be. I
Oh,
didn't
there's
pre-think
so
out the
many.
ones I was gonna call you.
I feel like you would be Twister because you like to
Oh,
ruffle the feathers a little bit, but have fun.
I like that.
You know,
If
like
you
get
were
in
a
people's
toy,
business a little bit.
yeah, they get a little bit like annoying. I like to set up settings for people to get in each other's business. If you were a toy, you would be a Jack in the Box because it
Okay.
takes a little while, but then you come out of your shell with a bang.
I like that. Okay, that's valid.
And sometimes it catches people off guard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Just you wait.
And you're featured in your favorite movie, Elf.
Mm, no.
All
Okay, what did
right.
you say for your toy?
If I were a toy, I would be one of those wooden ducks on a string. Do you know what I'm talking about for kids? You like pull it behind you.
Oh, yeah.
So it's old school, simple, not fancy, but still fun. Can be loud, works better in motion, is sturdy.
I like it. I liked your guess for me. Yeah. I forgot about those things. If I were a toy, well, this may be a cop out, but I would be a deck of cards. I think that still constitutes as a toy or as an entertainment piece because you can play all types of games. Sometimes they're chill, sometimes they're obnoxious, sometimes they can also get people riled up. They're not showy, probably a little underrated, but you can have a good fucking time with a deck of cards, you know?
Yeah, everyone needs one. Also, as I was writing that, it took all of my soul not to put something sexual because I'm 8, and when I read toy, that's all I could think of.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
But I just didn't, I couldn't, I don't know enough sex toy types to have a good answer. So the only thing I knew was a vibrator, and I was like, well, that doesn't really fit.
I
Okay,
don't even know how to respond to that.
it's fine. Um, if you were an animal, what kind of animal would you be?
What's your guess?
I think this is heavily influenced by the fact that you're wearing pink, but I want to call you a flamingo because they're like cool and they're elegant, but I think they're still kind of kick-ass. Like they can hurt people. Also,
Okay.
them standing on one leg is not the same as how flexible you are, but I feel like it fits. And also, they have long legs and they're tall.
Okay, that's pretty freaking spot on.
Yeah, they're
I
like elegant,
yeah.
graceful, but they
I
still
really like
like
that.
do
It's funny though, because
weird
I went the complete opposite way. I
they do
said
weird
I
things.
would be a lion. But hear me out. Here's why. Here's why. Here's why. Because they can be aggressive and they're like the king of the kingdom, but they sleep a lot.
And I think
They are
they're
just,
go out and do a lot of the hunting.
yes, they're kind of lazy and sleepy, but when they need to be on, they're on. And they're cute and could be aggressive, but they don't have to be. There's a theme with like chill but aggressive over here.
I was gonna say there's a theme. There's a theme with a multitude of not personalities, a multitude of modes.
Yes.
They're also very protective of their babies. I
Mm-hmm.
have yet to have to experience you, Mama Bear, but we all know it's just there, laying in wait. But
Mm-hmm.
you're not dopey enough to be a bear.
No.
I feel like you're more graceful than I'm a
Thank you.
big bear. They're very cute. They're not cute. I realize they could immediately murder me, and I would never try to touch one. But from a distance, their butts are so funny. They got the real big booty Judy look.
They do.
I
Bears are
stole that
funny.
from a bumper sticker. We were
Oh
riding
my
behind
gosh.
someone's dually, and it said "Big Booty Judy." It's my
That's
favorite thing.
amazing.
Okay. Oh wait, now you have to guess me.
I know. I've been thinking about this whole time. I I feel like you could be. There's so many animals, Kaylee. Good thing Riverside will cut all this blank space out. Hold on. Hey, turkeys, real quick, we want to tell you about our fun new free craft corner. Every quarter, in line with the equinox or solstice, we are going to send out new farts and crafts projects. You can find the link in the show notes. Just drop us your email. We promise not to spam you, but we'd love for you to join us. Now back to the show. Well, I was going to say a couple things, but then other parts of them don't fit. So I'll just say your, what are they called? A ram?
Like a sheep?
No, you're like a mountain goat. Like
Oh, there you
you
go.
can overcome the hurdles in life and
Oh, thank
tiptoe
you.
around sensitive subjects in with grace.
Thank you.
And you can also kick some ass, but you're like relative like
Is also sturdy.
yeah, and athletic. Sorry, I should have prepped more for that one. That was very hard.
If I were an animal, I'd be a raven because it enjoys hanging out in groups, makes noise, and is spooky adjacent, but not mean like a crow.
And they're really smart, aren't they? Aren't ravens really, really smart?
I don't know. I don't want
Or
to
is that a
like give
crow?
myself too much credit. I thought crows were the ones that kicked birds out of their nests and took them over. So don't want to be associated with that.
I like raven. That's a good one. I almost said bird for you, but then I couldn't pick which bird, so that makes more sense. I don't know what that was.
Ooh, I could be a turkey.
Oh yeah. Oh, we could. Wow. We missed a whole
Oh.
opportunity here.
Oh man. Okay. Um, if I were another generation, what would I be?
I feel like you'd be either the 60, like I don't know what this called. I don't know, like is it boomer? I feel like you'd be loving to be alive in the 60s and 70s, right? Because it's after the Great Depression. You like have more freedom and peace and love, and maybe you would feel like you have the opportunity to do some drugs and not feel guilty about it.
Right back when it was socially acceptable in another
Yeah,
life.
pretty much.
Oh man. I said, or I'm thinking if you, okay, hear me out because you're not going to like this. But if you were a generation, I would say you'd be a Gen Z. But listen, this is the only reason. Because I feel like they're on the cutting edge of being cool. And sometimes I'm just like, I'm not quite, I don't know what you're talking about because
Okay,
you're
that's
more
valid.
hip than me. Not for the feelings and the weird pants.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you.
just for the just for the being up on the newness and the technology and the trends and knowing what's going on in the world, and then I feel really lame and like an old lady.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's fading very quickly over here, but I will take it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, to own it. um I said if I were a generation I'd be a baby boomer, which is exactly what you said.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, skeptical of the government, love 60s and 70s music, has some hippie tendencies.
Oh my fuck yes. I was spot on. Yes.
Nailed it.
So you were pretty close with me. I said I'm this is a cop out, but I would like to stay in my generation of millennial because I do think Gen Z is annoying and also the one after that all the ones after us are annoying. And then the ones before us, it's just like you dealt with too much real shit. Like that was tough.
Yeah,
We had our little like the 90s were the greatest period to be a child in my humble opinion. And I'm biased, so I would just like to stay in my generation.
that's fair. I could also seeing you thrive as an 80s baby.
Yeah, I wouldn't be off put by that. Move me back a little couple of years.
But I think that the generations younger than us are just going through their annoying phase because I think we annoyed the Xers when
Mm-hmm.
we were in that age group as much as the Zs are annoying us.
That's valid. Yeah, we'll see what happens in the next decade or so.
I feel like every generation has the same complaints about the one that is coming up behind them.
I can see that.
But I do feel like we're underrated and we got shit on by the economy and opportunity. And the boomers, The number of memes that I see talking about boomers sitting in their second home in Florida, saying, well, if you kids would just work hard, and it's like, okay, Betty, how much did you pay for your
Mm-hmm.
house?
Exactly.
Like
I also,
$50,000.
right. I also love though about us is that we were that weird pocket generation with technology and we grew up without it, but we still know how to use it. And I love that about our time.
Yeah, I am thankful for that. We didn't it didn't stop us from staying out until the street lights turned on and coming home like the 80s kids did, but
Hmm.
we got to have more computers in school and had more access to technology where I feel pretty comfortable helping the boomers at work.
Hmm. Except for today and our technology issues.
Yeah, I'm not ready. The Z's and whoever come after them are going to talk about how we can't keep up with the AI.
Mm, I know. That's going to be scary.
Okay.
Anyway,
Um, Last but not least, if you were an instrument, what kind would you be? Are you going to say clarinet?
I'll let you guess first and then I'll say what I am.
um, I feel like if you were an instrument, you would be a piano because of the large range, as
Hmm.
previously discussed, and can be used in any type of music, right? Like classical, fancy, but Dr. Dre still killed it at the Super
Yeah.
Bowl when he came out on his piano with it.
Hmm.
Anyway, is technically a percussion instrument, even though you wouldn't necessarily know that, and can be elegant and fancy, or down home and country if you have one of those little old timey ones in an old timey saloon.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I like that. I can get behind that. Um, I'll just tell you what I said and then I'll guess yours. So I did first start off by saying I would be a clarinet because, well, A, I played that. But B, the reason why I first said that is because it's like feminine, but not too feminine. That's exactly why I didn't want to play the flute, is because it was like too girly. Like that's just too girly. So clarinet was like the next best step. But then I stopped and I actually switched it to saxophone because it is
Oh,
actually my favorite instrument that I played. I just didn't play for very long because it can be soulful, but it's also a wind instrument. So it could be a little like, woo, like little windy, airy type of situation. And it could be the center of attention if it had a solo, or it could just blend into the band. So
I love that. I also didn't. When did you play saxophone? I didn't know this about you.
in high school, I was in jazz band.
I thought you played the clarinet in jazz band.
I switched to saxophone. I did alto
What?
sax and whatever the other one's called. Yeah, it was my favorite. I should have done it a long
What?
time ago. Hmm.
I can't believe I just thought this whole time you were playing clarinet in jazz band.
I did a little bit, but then I switched to saxophone.
I am shook.
Yep.
I thought I guess I didn't see you do jazz ensemble or whatever it was. I must have just seen you at Act Two show choir, for those of
Hmm.
you who don't know.
Hmm. Okay, if you were an instrument, I think you would be, I was gonna say a drum set, but I'll just loop it into percussion because it can be loud. It There is really no foundation of music or a band without it unless you like acapella.
The worst.
What? Unless you're pentatonics, then you get a pass, but you're still making bass noises with your mouth. Okay, anyway. But yeah, like you are the foundation and you can't not have it. And you could be loud and you could also have your own solo drum set. But you're like the foundation, just keeping things going and just like keeping everyone on beat.
Thank you. I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I said if I were an instrument, I'd be an oboe.
I love those too. Okay.
I put kind of peculiar, not very popular, full of hot air, is better in a group than as a solo act.
Oh my God, that's too funny and that's very accurate.
And that was specifically relating to this podcast because I just go back to thinking about how much it's so much more fun to do this with somebody than do this by myself.
I can imagine. Oh my gosh, that's a good one. Oh, that was fun. I'm glad we started guessing. We should have done that from the beginning. That's
I
okay
know
though.
it's true. Plus, the oboe is sort of like the instrument that's in that Star Wars scene when they're at the bar. It's like an alien oboe, anyway.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Do, do,
Uh-huh.
do, 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 do. I put bonus points if I were a sexual position I would be, but then I didn't fill out what it was because I got too nervous.
I
Did
didn't
you
think
do
of
it?
one either. No.
Okay.
Oh my
Maybe if I
God.
were a sexual position, I would be the uh the preamble where it's me hanging out drinking wine and making dinner.
Oh, like the
Like I would be the
pre-sexual
foreplay.
position.
Let me pour a nice glass of wine and make some dinner and set the mood.
I like that. Okay. That's too funny. I can't think of one off the top of my head. Oh my gosh.
Oh man. I
Hmm.
feel like you would be the hype person, also similar to the foreplay. Like, yeah, this is gonna be great.
Let's go. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
because it's like how you said you're one of the animals. Like you can be ready to get up and have a good time and also be chill.
Yeah, exactly.
There
Chill.
you go.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Mm-hmm.
both the
I like
scene
it.
setters.
Oh my gosh. That is too funny. Well, that was a good exercise. You said that was from the artist way?
I can't remember if it was specifically from there, but I was doing it as part of my morning pages because I was bored one morning and I don't know, it just seemed like a fun thing to do. And one of the other episodes we'll do later is talking about, having alternative lives and doing different things. So I think it sort of spawned off of that. But I try to do things sometimes that make me just think of random shit and as I'm journaling. And then I was like, this is actually fun. We should do this.
I like it. It was good to think about things and to hear
Oh,
your answers because it, yeah, resonated for sure.
I will I'll post the list and then if people want they can tell us what they would be. It
I
feels
would
like a good
love.
little creativity exercise.
Yeah. Please share with us if you want.
All right, my friend. Well, it's almost spring. We have already plugged our spring equinox farts and crafts, so check us out in the description. And I'm excited that the sun's coming out more.
Yes, I'm excited that it's not extremely dark when I get home from work.
Amen. And it's almost daylight savings. I think it will be by the
Yes.
time this drops.
Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, that was me being a hype woman. All right, turkeys.
Until next time, I love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.